Hey all, welcome back to a video of me doing some art. I'm Little Leviathan, and currently I'm trying to finish up a project I've been working on, which is a small tree stump with a little hollow of which an owl will go inside. Right now I'm working with medium grade super sculpty clay, and I'm just rolling it out to try and make it more pliable because I haven't touched this clay in a while and it was quite hard to deal with, so just rolling it out sort of gets it more malleable and I can start to use my fingers getting the shape that I want. As you can see, I'm trying to figure out how big to make the little ball so that it will fit inside the hollow easily enough and also be removed without any problems. So I just keep taking a little bit off until it's just right. Now that I have the ball all set, I need to get out my sculpting tools so I can start to form the face of the owl. Right here I'm mostly using some sort of ball pointed sculpting tools because I need to make some indentations in the clay in order to get the disc shape of the owl's face. I really love owls. I love birds of prey, birds in general, but lately owls have been my thing, and I've made a few sculptures recently of griffins, or maybe you would call them cryptids, that have owls' faces but a griffin's body or a lion's body, and I think they just look really cool. And since I always have owls on the brain when it comes to artwork, I just had to add this little guy. Plus the whole owl theme with the tree stump and eventually the leaves I add will all have a sort of autumn theme to it, and owls just make me think of autumn and Halloween. Speaking of leaves and foliage, we're going to move on to that now. I just take some bits of clay and make these sort of triangles, and I just do a generalized leaf texture with lines off the side and then a line down the center. Right now they don't really look like much. The magic will sort of start to come into play after I paint these, but right now I just need to make a couple little leaves that will go onto the branches of the tree stump. One thing I like to do when adding very small details onto a piece is I will often use the tools to pick up the little features and stick them on so I can see a little better without my fingers being in the way. And this is a pretty good example of that. Now you can sort of see the final product where it's at right now, but now I need something else. I need my Sculpey Bake and Bond. So I'm just pulling out drawers, looking through my junk, trying to find it. That is not it, that is gloss. Here it is. This is my Bake and Bond Sculpey, which is sort of like an adhesive that you can use with the Sculpey clay to help things stick on. So in this case, I'm going to use it as a sort of glue just to sort of apply over top of the gray clay that is attached to the white clay. They're both made by Super Sculpey, but they're different types, and I just want to make sure that the gray, medium grade Super Sculpey clay is going to stay on and not accidentally like fall off or detach from the already baked white clay. So that's what I'm doing. I've never tried this before. I'm assuming it will work, but I guess we'll find out once it's all baked. Although I do think once it's painted, that just even adds another layer of sort of protection against any of these pieces coming apart. Sometimes you just gotta try new things and see how they work out. I do like this product. The Bake and Bond has worked well, especially when I'm just trying to attach two pieces together and I want to make sure it has extra support, extra strength. So I think it will probably work out, but we'll see in another video after I painted it how well it's all holding up. And whoa, skip forward, I know a lot just changed, but I decided to go off camera and keep sculpting because it's very hard to sculpt and try and keep everything in a frame, and I sort of got tired of that. And in the span, I just quickly sculpted out this little mushroom figure, which is a character I made in a recent illustration and decided to bring to life.